Welcome back, Smok'n Jay's Garage. I actually filmed the intro to this video already, and for some reason it had no audio, so I got to kind of redo it, but I've already got everything on the truck at the time of filming this part, so I can't show you the individual springs. But we've got the Roadmaster Active Suspension. This is just an empty box right now. We're going to put this on our 2013 F-150 and hook it up to the boat and see if it gives us less squat, see what kind of ride it gives us. So I'm going to jump right into where we are in the video. Alright, here's just a little look of kind of how it looks. It's going to hook on right in the back of your leaf spring there. And then it is going to, it's not bolted on here all the way yet. I just got it kind of set up for size. It's going to bolt on over there. The trouble that I had with what they recommend is putting, obviously your leaf spring has to be without any weight on it. So they recommend that you put your jack stand right up here at the front of your leaf spring. But as you can see with the traction bars I have, that is not going to work. My jack stand over here is as high as it goes, and that isn't really giving me a whole lot of access. I've actually got the weight off, and you can see how low my jack is. I've just got it set under there. I really didn't have enough room to go all the way down, so I've actually got two jack stands over here on the hitch as well. I don't know, that's obviously not the best idea, but it was the only way that I could get it to work. I do have my front tires blocked. I've got a piece of rail over here. I don't have it quite tight. I pulled that rail out some years ago. I don't know if you can see on that. That is from 1893. That is the oldest piece of rail that I personally have ever pulled out. So I went ahead and kept that. So I'm going to start tightening this up some more, and a little bit later on I'll show you how it's coming along. Alright, we got this here bolted on. We got it all tightened up. Now they gave you two different washers here, a black and a white one. I went with the black one, which is a little bit farther. Supposed to have these springs spread. That's for a little bit heavier duty. So I've got her just in there. And I'll have to make sure that this clears my shock. I'll have to put the weight back on the suspension slowly just to make sure. We might have to end up going to a different hole if that doesn't, but they recommend going to the second or third. So that's what we did. So we are going to go ahead and put on the other side, and then we'll put the weight back on the truck, and we'll see what it looks like. Here is the other side, all put on, all snugged up, and we are ready to go ahead and put these big old wheels back on. Don't look at me like that. I deserve a break. I have the, I got everything back on, I got the wheels back on. Seems like the back of the truck is sitting about 2 inches higher than it was before, but I'm going to give it a little bit of time to let the suspension settle a little bit maybe, and I've got to torque the wheels yet, and I've got to put the caps back on. It feels like it has, I mean, it's still got bounce to it like it did before, so it's not supposed to ride any different when you are unloaded. It's only supposed to ride better when you're loaded, so obviously we're going to check that, but I'm going to finish my drink and my cigar, and then we'll go hook it up to the boat, all right? I'm taking a quick measurement before, so if you're watching this, obviously you already saw us install these springs, but I want to see, in real life now they haven't been installed yet, so I want to see how much my truck sags, and I'm going to do it right here because this is where my boat parks, so I can consistently park it in the same spot, even though maybe it's not perfectly level. This is the way the truck is going to sit in this spot, and that's repeatable. So we're going to go to right here. We're looking at right about 7.5 inches. And just because this is slanted here, I'm going to get another measurement over here. So 7.5 over there. And right here to the top of the bumper looks like about 29 inches. I think I got that pretty straight. I'm not going to go to the nearest like 1/16 of an inch or anything, but 29 inches where the bumper sits. So hopefully when we do this again, it'll sit up a little bit higher. We'll see how it goes. All right. So now the boat is unhooked. You can see I've got no weight on there. And we are at just about 31 inches. So we went ahead and raised it. You know, it's squatting down about 2 inches. I do have some stuff in the back of the truck right now. I got a couple of batteries for the 5-ton, and I got a couple cases of paper products in there. But I don't think enough to actually move the suspension any more than, you know, a fraction of an inch. We're at about 9 inches here. Not quite 9 inches. So we moved about 1.5 inches here, and we moved about 2 inches off of the bumper just by unhooking the bolt. So we'll see what how it sits when we put the new springs on. All right, let's see what we're at now. I feel like it's a couple inches higher. We had some time to settle. So we're at just under 10.5 inches here. And over here, we are at about 33.5. So we're gonna go ahead and hook the boat on, and we'll see where it comes out there. All right, I've got all of the weight on it. You can see the jack is loose. And now we are at about 31 inches. So it came down about 1.5 inches instead of 2 inches. You can see that. So 31 is where we were before when it was unhooked. So let's come over here. And now we're at about 9 inches. We were at 10.5, so again, dropped down about 1.5 inches. So it kept it up about 1/2 inch higher. I'm gonna take you back here a little bit and show you what it looks like from a distance. So right now with it hooked up, it looks like we've got a pretty equal gap between the front and the rear. That may change a little bit as I get it out on the road, and I don't know exactly how it's going to handle. All I did so far was just, you know, put it on and hook it up. It is supposed to handle better with a load. It's supposed to handle about the same without a load, so that'll be a separate video. I'll actually get a little bit of drive time both with it and with the load and without, and we'll see how it handles each time, and I'll make a separate video of that. But it does hold it up higher. If you want to come in here closer and actually get a look what it looks like with the weight on it, remember that we had that black shim that came in that was 2 millimeters, so it's actually spread out here a little bit. There is actually more weight on it. We'll see how it comes out. The installation was actually really easy. They said it would. I'm gonna wait for that car to pass because everybody thinks that it's cool to drive by my house either really fast without a muffler. I don't get it. It's actually kind of annoying. And I lost my train of thought. Installation was actually pretty easy. They said it would take about 45 minutes to do, and it did not take that long. Even with, well, once I got the tires off and I found a way to sturdy it up a little bit. So I'm gonna go unhook this and drive around a little bit, see how it handles. If you're watching this channel for the first time and you haven't already, and you want to, boom, please subscribe.